I am shit. I am so outrageously shit at FPL, it actually hurts. And every single weekend, I'm reminded of how truly shit I am at this game. And guess what? We're back to do it again this weekend, as we always are. As this time, we have a double game week. Way! Double game week of shit, but welcome to the Nathan Bacon channel, where not only are we shit at FPL, we've also made our content shit. So, but at least you know what you're getting right at the start of the video, right? So last week, if I had to just define it by one single word, do you know what word I would say? Shit? No, not shit. Not shit. Cunt. That's how bad it is. Really, seriously. For you people who don't like words like that, tough shit. Because I'm shit, and that's all I have to say. No Foden. I have De Bruyne. I had Foden. Took a hit for him to get him out a few weeks ago, so I could have Alvarez, who's not even starting games anymore. I don't have Watkins. I don't have all the other good players that are scoring all the points. And I got no bitches, so what can I really say? When Areola, the tit man, not the shit man, is not only a higher scoring player, but is almost over double everybody else's points, and is probably your only good haul of the season. Apart from in Game Week 1 when I reached 3rd in the world. Did you guys know that? I bench boosted in Game Week 1. Yes, I know my overall rank is 10 millionth in the world now because, you know, I took all of the hits every week. Yes, that's transfers made. Look at that. 20 hits, 20 transfers a game week. And I reached 3rd in the world. So how good is that? But since then, shit. I'm so shit. I mean, it goes back to the thing I said the other week where I realised in my FPL social experiments this year that it's not all about how good you do in FPL and getting in players. It's about not getting out the good players. I had Foden, got him out. I had Watkins, I got him out. For players like Solanke, who's had an injury scare, 2-pointers since then. De Bruyne, who hasn't even been starting games, 0-pointers when Foden's been getting all the goals. And that's about that. So overall, you could say it was a bit shit. And last week, I decided to be a cheeky scrub as well. 2 transfers. Took a shit hit for Son in, and he scores with hey, and Tavernier, who almost scored, but he didn't. Way. And I got out the Richarlison and Hwang, because to be fair, they were injured. But guess what? I literally got in Hwang the week before, and I also got in Solanke, who was then injured, potentially. So I took a hit last week for 2 players that basically got injured straight away. So you could also say that is pretty shit. Do you guys know that I'm not very good at this game? Maybe, just maybe, I am shit. But do you know what's not going to be shit? Next week, right? Because if we look at this team, boom! Oh, look at that. Right, I take it all back. I'm the best FPL manager. I have planned for this my entire life, right? Look at this team. And you realise that I am also still shit because I have triple Bournemouth and double Luton defence. You know, that Luton defence that I've kept, how many clean sheets this season, you may ask? Oh, you know, just the 2. 2 clean sheets they've kept all season, which were against Newcastle and Brighton. To be fair, those are pretty good ones. Both at home. Guess what? Both their doubles are away. Nice one. But to be fair to Doughty, don't Doughty this man right here because he has got 8 FPL assists. So we'll definitely take that. Captain? Maybe. But no. But we also have triple Bournemouth, who not only play Luton, who, you know, we've got double Luton, so what do we even want in that game? Points. I mean, it might be minus points. It probably will be minus points, but we want points. One of them we will get. Maybe even both. 1 pointer there, minus 1 pointer there. Nice one. But they also play Sheffield United, who are getting chefed right now by Arsenal. I'm currently watching the end of the game, and I currently have a Saliba clean sheet. 88 minutes played. It's very close to ending. And I thought, let's watch it, because whilst I'm recording this. Because one, I can get distracted and make my content even more shit. But if I make my content shit, then it distracts from my terrible FPL skills, right? Yes. But also, when inevitably this random McBurney consolation goal happens, then I am literally going to cry on camera. And at least we have some sort of entertainment, right? Yeah, go. But yes, we've got the double Luton, we've got the triple Bournemouth. But guess what? It could get even sexier than that. Mainly because Senesi got him in the other week. Hamstring injury. Please end my life. I swear to God. Any single bit of joy that you could look, it's like you see the light. You're like, oh my God. Look at this player. No one is looking at him. He's perfect to fit in my team. I've had him for ages. Gets injured. Right before double gaming. What a brat! What a brat! Fuming, alright? I am fuming because he would have got a clean sheet here against Burnley. Would have got the points straight away before the double. Lovely stuff. Injured. And not only is he injured, he also makes Bournemouth's defence worse. Meaning that even if I were to transfer him out for another Bournemouth defender, it probably wouldn't be worth it. But it also means that Carlton Morris could be the boy, you know. So maybe, just maybe, I could do a Julian Alvarez out for Carlton Morris. Let me think if this is a good or a bad decision as I click the confirm button. Oh, hey, look. Carlton Morris, captain it is. I mean, why did I do that? There's Champions League football. But boys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary beans, and Mr. Bean, he might be watching. I'm 9.8 millionth in the world. All right. I was doing a social experiment. Yes, I got to third in the world. Yes, I tried to then take 20 hits every week for the memes and get to 10 millionth. And I was like, you know what? Let's have a bit of fun and see, you know, the second chance league at the second half of the season. I'm going to actually try and do well. That trying has turned out to be shit because I am shit. Have I mentioned that yet? And unfortunately, we've hit a place where it's like, realistically, what are we going to get out of this season now? Like, I could play seriously still, but, like, not really. Or I could just completely go back to what I was doing, like 20 hits a week. But then I'm like, do I really want to be doing that? Because, you know, I'm starting to do content again, and I want to provide some useful insight and some form of entertainment. So what I think I might do is stuff like this. Captain Tavernier. Now, you might be thinking, right, he's obviously pranking us. I'm not. I'm going to captain Tavernier. I'm not even going to touch my team now, apart from to probably do another transfer. But Tavernier captain is the boy because, yes, Solanke is going to be like, you know, the one everybody looks at. But he is nursing an injury. Look, he can't even play 90 minutes. He only got to 88. Can't be having that. Tavernier gets all of the minutes. 90 minutes. I mean, ignore the one before that and the one after that and the one there. But anyway, he's guaranteed to get all the minutes. So, he's obviously going to get more points. He also gets points for clean sheets. Solanke doesn't. Right? He's also only 0.8% owned. So, out of those people, I mean, that might just be his family, his distant cousins, and me. But you know what? We're all going to have a nice little house party and celebrate his haul after. Because he does put up some good numbers, all right? Look at this. 2 goals this season, mate. He's about to get 20 this season, all right? So, he's overdue, you could say. You know, whatever way you want to frame it. He's just going to score. That's all. Now, looking at the rest of the team. Yes, we've got the double in doublers. Because, obviously, Bournemouth, Luton, which is on the Wednesday. But we also have Arsenal, who are doing very well right now, including slapping Sheffield United 6-0 silly, so we love that. And Saka was actually, I don't want to say limping, but he was walking a little gingerly at the end, and that's why he did get subbed off for half-time. He probably will be okay. And then Saliba, I mean, right now he's got the clean sheet, and right now it's 5 minutes added time, 3 minutes into it, and it's looking okay. It's looking okay. No consolation goal just yet, so we'll be happy with that. But then we do have double Man City. It was triple Man City, by the way. I obviously just got in Carlton Morris, and yes, this is real. I didn't do it for the memes. It literally is my FPL team. I had no plan of actually doing that transfer, and now I realise what I've actually done. But you know what? It's all good. It's all for the memes. It's all for fun, right? I mean, to be fair, Carlton Morris, Crystal Palace and Bournemouth away, he's on penalties. He's up in the striker spot again. He's been scoring goals, 8 goals this season. That's pretty good, actually. And also now Senesi will probably be out, so Bournemouth's defence isn't as good. I mean, Chris Meffam is a little bit of a downgrade, and that's coming from a Welsh man, you know what I'm saying. But then we also have Go On My Son, who thankfully is the only non-shit thing in my team. But then again, he only got 7 points. All players like Palmer. I mean, yeah, I got in Tavernier last week, but I could have got in Palmer, I could have got in Bowen, I could have got in Kudos. All of them getting assists because, you know, that's just what they do. That's what happens when you get good players in your FPL team. Instead, I'm over here getting players like Tavernier from Bournemouth. I'm wondering why I'm 9 millionth in the world. Do you know what that is? That is actually... I like it. And next season, I'm going to actually try seriously and not take the hits. I am actually going to do it because, you know, I'm just going to finish first in the world. I mean, I'm 300th in the world in Champions League fantasy, so I can do it if I try. I just never tried before in my life, right? But basically, I need to look at myself in the eye and say...
Don't be a cheeky scrub!
And that's pretty much it, to be honest. Now, you might be thinking, Haaland captain. Could you do that? I mean, it could be a captain for the... I just wanted to use that overlay. No, we're not captaining him. He's Liverpool away. I mean, he'd probably end up scoring more than all the Bournemouth players, but you can't go into this week banking on that or wanting that, right? You know, FPL is still about fun. And what's more fun than to waste a captain on Tavernier, who's probably not even going to start both games and then might get anything, when any other player probably will be better. I mean, Kaminsky probably will outscore him, but I don't care, right? As that right there is the sexy team sorted, and to be honest, like, I mean, Palace are probably going to win like 5-0 there because new manager bouncing there. Wait! Arsenal finished and we actually kept the clean sheet. Way. I don't know what the bonus points were for that, actually. Havertz, Odegaard, and Kiwar. Ben White. So basically, any of your players, no. So that means Saka only got 7 points and Haaland got 6. So he outscored him by 1. Boys, I was saying last week, don't be a sheep. I was going to captain Saka. I ended up being a sheep again. I went back to my old ways. And I only lost out at 1 point. But that 1 point on my rank might be like 1 million overall. So, you know, that's pretty big. Pretty humongous, you might say. But yeah, the team, I mean, yeah, it's all sorted. Should you be getting in Bournemouth players? Yeah, you should actually. Because look at their fixtures. And they also blank in Game Week 29. So not only do you get a bit of double Game Week fun, you also get to have a bit of panic next week when you realise you have no players. Hey! That is also one of the reasons I also did just bring in Carlton Morris. Because right now I've got like 7 players that will play next week. Because if we see, there's literally 4 fixtures. There's literally 5-a-side football going on instead of like a full game week. And I obviously am a cheeky scrub and don't have a free hit or any other chips because I've used them in all the weeks when I reached 3rd in the world in Game Week 1. So, you know, I think that's a worthy trade if you ask me. But that also means I'll basically have no players for next week. So that's why I got in Carlton Morris, because I will actually have a player for next week and that'll be sorted. Now, De Bruyne is one that is a bit like, oh dear, because not only has he got Liverpool blank Arsenal, but with the Champions League going into the later rounds, they're in the Cups as well. Could be getting out of Kevin De Bruyne. Now, I was thinking of Kevin De Bruyne to Ross Barkley, but now I've got triple Luton. I can't really do that now, don't I? But I do have 13 million to spend, which is actually exact money for Salah. So maybe when Salah's back from the blank, maybe I get in a Salah. And all of a sudden, having Salah, Son, Haaland, and Carlton Morris in your team, you realise how good you are at FPL. Mate, I've solved it. Just give me a Rubik's Cube because I can solve anything, right? I am the geezer. I'm also a geezer that is also shit at FPL. But you know what? We're going to just keep having fun of me. I mean, what's the plan from here? How am I going to play this season now? I mean, I did just get in Carlton Morris. Will I do another transfer? I mean, I don't think it's actually worth it for the memes just yet. Game week 29, I might take like a -12 just to get 0 players because funny. And then after going into the next weeks, all the other weeks of the season, I think I'm just gonna do a little experiment, right? I might go for like loads of random differential players and just try and catch some random hauls, get some random likes off Twitter, and then people think I'm good and then realise I'm 10 millionth in the world when they come over here. So there we go. But anyway, that's the team sorted. It's my knee-jerk reaction to all the games because, you know, we've just discussed and digested all of the action that happened at the weekend, didn't we? Chelsea shit. David Moyes for Man United job. He's the best manager. Fulham, best team. Brighton, De Zerbi speedrun to get sacked challenge. Newcastle, when nobody owns them. Oh, let's be good again. Yeah, there you go. Liverpool, Darwin, Nunes. I mean, they're just doing it for dramatic effect, really, aren't they? They knew they were going to win. They were like, nah, let's leave it to the 100th minute. Right, fair enough. Spurs, I mean, being Spursy and then scoring all the goals right at the end. Spurs. Luton, oh, I thought they had it. Carlton Morris is in form, so that's all. That's the only reason he was scoring. It's literally just practice for this game week, and that's all. Burnley are shite, but somehow Burnley make Sheffield United somehow will make Burnley look good, because Burnley actually didn't play bad, but obviously Bournemouth just had the quality to do it. What something is quality is the fact that Man United actually thought they could win this game with like one shot. Man City had more shots than Man United had possession. And then, yeah, Sheffield United are shit. Just relegate them now, honestly. Like, I'm pretty sure 5 other teams have scored more goals at Sheffield United's ground in 2024 than them. And they play there. All those other teams have played there once. They played there like 5 times now. That is terrible. They've also conceded more goals per game than the most there has ever been. They've conceded more goals than any other Premier League team ever on average right now. Now that is pretty bad. So that kind of makes me think that we should just go in and get triple Bournemouth. We have got triple Bournemouth away. See, all of the points incoming, and you could say that is pretty. I don't have a lucky. I need a. I got a few overlays. I mean, unfortunately, I made this really sick overlay and then he got injured. So I'm just going to have to do this to my outro, okay? Thanks for watching, guys. We need to go up the pecking order of this, and we need to get some good bird points, you know, good plant the seed, you could say. And I hope you all have a shit week, because then I can go from 10 millionth in the world to 8 millionth in the world. Then I'll be best FPL manager. But yeah. Thanks for listening to me chat shite, and hopefully I've provided no useful information. But don't worry, Tavernier Captain is the boy, and get him in, and that's all. Thanks for watching, and bye.
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.